Hello, everybody. How are you? Let me just turn on some lights. It is dark. It is so dark. There we go. Got to get some light up in here. Booger's asleep behind me, messing up my couch. Booger. Booger cat. Hold on. Everything's falling down over here. All right. How is everyone tonight? I know it's kind of late. In fact, it's very late. It's almost 10:30. But I felt the urge to do some tarot, and you just got to do it when you got the time. So let's just get into it. I got my cards out. Hello, Leanie. How are you? Neo Tarot did her reading on Foodie recently. Very good reading, by the way, Neo. Absolutely excellent. Very interesting. Kalari's Ninja Gremlin Troll. Oh, no. I love the names you guys come up with. That is... I love Florida Salt and Sass. Hello, I know you from Twitter. Wooly and Thunder Rain and Beautiful Regret and Brooke. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all come up with some names, though, some handles that I can't help but giggle. Y'all just come up with like the coolest names. Good day to all of you. So Neo Tarot did a very interesting reading on Chantal recently. For those of you that you haven't seen it yet, I do recommend that you check out Neo Tarot on YouTube because she got all kinds of great readings on all kinds of people. Everything is funny right now. Hey, you know what? I get it. I almost made it. Oh, you are not going to change your name to Rose's Unwanted Den Finger Reading. You are not going to do that. You probably are going to do that now because I told you not to. Do as you will. Do as you will. Hello, Isol. Finger flick. No. No. I said no. I will not put up with this harassment. I will not. No, Bobby Patrick, you're not too late. Y'all harassing me to do tarot readings for dead fingers and Hannibal's hot dogs. And what am I supposed to do with things that won't talk back? Y'all are out of control. I'm putting you all in the corner. How about that? You hear me? You're all going in the corner. Yeah, you're bullies. You're all a bunch of meanie heads. Wait 2 weeks and I will. Oh, because you changed your name and now you got to wait 2 weeks to change it over again? Good. Suffer. You must suffer. Salah small carrot. No. No carrots. Sugarfoot trotters. Oh my God. You guys are too much. You know what? There's just far too many smart asses in girl world. I can't handle y'all. I quit. There's too many smart asses in girl world. I don't know what to do with y'all. Salah's baby carrot. I'm going to say something rude and just take it for what it is. It's my opinion. As far as the infamous picture, what did it look like? My opinion. And keep in mind, I'm a bit older. The one thing that came to mind was being a kid in school and You know how they had the old-fashioned pencil sharpeners? You know, like you turn the crank and try to sharpen your pencil and there's not much pencil left. Like you get that little stub of a pencil. That's the visual. It looked like a chewed up pencil stub. What? Don't yell at me. That's just it's my opinion. I'm welcome to it. That's just the picture that came in my mind. Don't yell. He needs to exfoliate. Well, that's not all. And nothing like that. I know. Hello, Cat Gaming. But that's just the picture that got in my head, like a chewed up pencil stub from one of those old fashioned pencil sharpeners, the ones with the crank. And you know, you get that little dealy bob on the inside with the blades. And what if you chew it up too much and then only get like part of the lead on one side of the pencil and not on the other? There you go. And then you'd have to start all over again because the lead wasn't all the way right. Okay, that enough with the crude talk. I'm just sharing my opinion. Oh, oops. No, we don't want that. There goes my cards. There we go. Like, where is it? Okay. As an artist, I hated sharpeners that did that crap. Yeah, I hear you. I do. So how are y'all doing this evening? I'm starting off the live putting naughty pictures in your head. Sorry about that. You know what? Kalari's Ninja Gremlin Troll. That was a good theory, but I don't think they're commercially available, though. I don't think they're commercially available. Are they? I'm doing good. It's a nub. All right, so we're just going to do some tarot. See what's going on with little Miss Foodie. And what is this I hear about Chantal's latest live? Where she basically said that she needs Salah's help to bathe her. I don't want that picture in my head. She said that she needs Salah's help to bathe her. Is that why they're fighting? Is that why he's in a bad mood? Because he has to help her bathe? Allah's wife did it 2 years ago. Yeah, you're right. He signed up for it. You know what, though, tragically, if she wanted to, she could wash all areas of her body. There are ways to get it done yourself. I mean, you could get, like a sponge on a stick or something if you can't all the way reach. You can get it done. You just got to figure out a way to do it. Detachable hose, rag on a stick. Exactly. So it's like there's ways, there's methods. You just got to do your research and your homework and you'll figure it out. Exfoliating sheet and pull it across and under. Yeah, that'll work. Back scrubbers. See, even people in my own chat are like coming up with ideas. Why can't Foodie? Why can't she do it? Why isn't she embarrassed about her limitations? I have theories. Would you guys like to hear my theory? Would you like to hear my theory? Okay. So, y'all have heard me talk about the feeder fetish, right? And she caters to the feeder fetish. We know this. I mean, she's pretty much admitted that she does. And I think over the course of time that Chantal's been on YouTube, she's catered to many different fetishes. Like, she's really going for the fetish crowd, because people with fetishes, if they have certain things in mind, they'll pay extra. They might send her something on PayPal, or maybe do something on Cameo. But over the years, she's done many different fetishes on her channel besides the feeder fetish. Let's go back to when she was at the villa. She did a lot of flashing content, flashing her hoo-ha, flashing her boobs, uh, doing stuff out in public. That's also a fetish. Catering to those who are into substances. That's another one. Being intoxicated. And believe it or not, there's actually a fetish for those who are into filth and mess. Hello, Five Flames. So, like, she has done her homework a bit on different fetishes, and anything that requires no effort on her part, she's all about including that with her content. So, hello, Charlie. I'm just telling you. So, as far as the whole him bathing her thing, do I think that's part of her getting bigger and she needs help? Yes. But as I've mentioned in my content, for those of you who've been watching my reacts, it's becoming more and more clear to me that there is a very, very strong possibility that she's catering to the adult baby fetish. And yes, that's actually a thing. I've talked about it in my reacts. Those of you that watch them, you know that. She's pulling that in because that's effortless and she can do it and requires no work. So let's see. She does all that whining and the mannerisms of a child, the temper tantrums, and the dressing almost like a baby that's been swaddled. Her eating area looks like a gigantic high chair, eating sloppy, whining, all that whining. And what does she talk about a lot? Childhood stories. So, like, I think she's really catering to the adult baby fetish. Maybe one of her feeders has that fetish along with the feeder fetish, and she's tying the two together. Hello, fluffy girl. And the whole thing with the baby talk, that was not something she did with BB. That was not something she did with Pete, and that was not something she did with Natter. It just showed up with Salah. But just do your research on the adult baby fetish. You'd be like, yeah, she's done this, 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 and this. I mean, she's not gone the full Monty with it as far as wearing diapers and all that, but she's walking the line with YouTube with what she's doing and trying not to be obvious, and yet she is. She's worn adult diapers. And she refers to Salah as her father figure, like, oh, he's so comforting and he takes good care of me. And now, with the latest live, she talks about Salah has to bathe me. Why does he have to bathe you? Is that like her whistling in the people with that fetish? Hello, crumble cookies. Yes, I don't like the baby talk either. It's weird. You know what, Charlie? I'm sure she could make another OF account, but hear me out. Let me borrow your heads for a minute so y'all understand. I think Chantal wanted to do like the fetish content, but if she had, like, say, an OF account or Patreon or something of that nature, let's just say she wanted to do an OF thing. On OF, you do whatever content, but then after you do the content, you have to find a way to market the content somewhere. That means extra work. And on top of that, if you're on a site like OF, you're in competition with other people doing the exact same content, and she doesn't like competition. So she doesn't like the hard work and she doesn't like the competition. So what she decided long ago was to do the fetish stuff on YouTube where there'd be virtually no competition. And she would get the biggest audience for it. Just do it out in full view of the public. And that way she could monetize her channel and get money from the views. And then, attract certain crowds that would pay her behind the scene for different things. So do you understand the system now? It's like, I'm going to find a way to do this fetish stuff with not as much competition, and I don't have to work so hard to market it. So she could go on OF, but it'd be a lot more work, and she'd have a lot more people doing the exact same content she's doing. Hi, Thumb. Right. Well, you know what, Crumble Cookies, as far as the fetish stuff, again, she's all about anything that requires no effort, no work. She's all about, oh, I can do that too. Hello, Mega Omega. Sorry. You know what? She also, that you guys probably didn't catch something. I caught it. So she recently did a live stream when she was talking about Amberlynn Reed and Amberlynn Reed's new beau. Did y'all catch the part where she mentioned that she goes, oh, I wish them well, but as long as she's not feeding her through a funnel, I guess she's okay. So Chantal, if you didn't know about the feeder fetish, how would you know about the funnel feeding? Want to explain that one? If you hadn't done any homework on it, how did you know about the funnel feeding, Mama? How did you know? That's a feeder thing. That's what that is. How did you know about the funnel feeding, Chantal? How'd you know? See, she knows all about that world. She's been all up in it for years. And here's another thing. Like, we're going to get into the reading, I promise, but I just want to point this out to y'all. So for those that are wondering, why does Chantal have to eat every 1 to 2 hours? I've got a theory on that. Since her content revolves around the feedie people, and that's how she gets paid, in order to do the most content in a day, she has to keep her stomach stretched out. She cannot let it shrink to a normal size. That way, if somebody contacts her and says, I want you to eat XYZ food, she can fulfill the request, and she can do several in a day. She has a food problem, true, but in order to do maximum amount of content per day to make a maximum amount of money, she's got to keep her stomach stretched out. So she keeps her stomach stretched by eating so much. So that's just my theory. I know you're right. She does like eating, but that could be another reason that plays into it. I lost 140 and my stomach shrunk extremely. I'm sure it did. And congratulations on the loss, by the way. This has to cost so much to keep that stomach stretched. Oh, yeah. You know what I think? I think that Salah's tired of her bullshit. Like, he is so tired of her bullshit. He's tired of her manipulation and acting innocent. And I don't know what's going on. And he's doing so many things to spite her lately. Like bringing her the Hardee's meal with like one burger, knowing that she wants more. He's flipping her the middle finger. He's never home. But that's not his home though. Like, he never lived there to begin with. He just shows up to drop off the food and leave. All right, we're going to get into the reading. So I want to get into Chantal and see like where her head is at. We're going to get into that. I don't want to make y'all wait too terribly long. Long. We're going to get into it. Okay. All right. And we'll use the other decks as well, because I've got some oracle decks to add in. My tongue don't want to work today, crumble cookies. It's late. What's going on with Pete's? Yeah, I got a feeling that Chantal's going to be like tapping Pete's on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, bro, I heard you have $15,000. Want to share it with me? I need a place to stay. We can move in together, blah, blah, blah." Do I do private readings? I could. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now, but maybe later on. But I think she's going to be tapping Pete's on the shoulder saying, "I hate Kuwait. Help me get out, friend. Even though I screwed you over twice already, be a fool a third time and use all of your money to bail me out of the mess that I got myself into. And let's forget about the fact that I left you $5,000 in debt when I left the villa because I left the place a mess." Oh, it's too late, beautiful regret. She already knows about the money. He put it out there. He opened his mouth. She already knows. People in the chat told her about the 15 grand. It's too late. She's probably on the phone with him right now. Pete! Pete! All right. All right, Chantal. What is going on with you, ma'am? What's going on with you? Oops. All right. What's the current energy with Chantal? Tired. But she's always tired. What else is new? Let's see. All right. First card down is the Three of Wands, y'all. The Three of Wands. She's thinking. She's thinking. Like, it's the first thing that hit me is she's thinking. She's thinking about what to do. I need another card. What is she thinking about? She's thinking about her channel. She's thinking about everything. She's lost in thought right now. She's thinking. She's considering all of her options. Like what to do. She's thinking. Yep. She's thinking. She has got some plans. She's thinking and she's hiding. Hey, booger. She's thinking and she's hiding. So whatever she's got planned, Salah does not know about all of it. She's keeping some things under her hat. She's thinking. She is thinking. Like she's she like the three of wands, like the wands have to do with money. They have to do with things she wants to do. And she's thinking like, just, I feel like she's got something in her back pocket, and she's got something in her back pocket that she's not telling him. Like she's got plans that he's not aware of. He doesn't know of everything. She's keeping some stuff to himself. So like she's keeping her mouth shut. Thinking is not her strong point, but Florida Salt and Sass, I feel like Chantal, she's not the smartest tool in this shed. But when it comes to being crafty, when it comes to being cunning, when it comes to just being, what's the word I'm looking for? When it comes to her own self-preservation, that's when the thinking comes into play. Like, what's good for me? If she gets miserable enough, then she goes into what's good for me. I'm selfish, goes into selfish mode. So she's thinking, and she's got some options on the table, and she's like, she's keeping, I'm feeling like keeping the mouth shut about what she's got planned. Ooh, uh-oh, wait. Oh, this is interesting, Chantal. You want to talk to me? What's up? Maybe this is why she's keeping her mouth shut. Yeah. I'm just going to tell you what I feel off of this. I feel like her Didi, and Natter. She's got something planned that involves the two of them. Like there's going to be some sort of reunion, happy reunion there. And that explains it. That's why she's keeping her mouth shut. She's keeping her, she's like, zzz. I got to feel it's going to be one of those, I'm leaving and I'll be right back. But she's going to go, she's planning on seeing them, talking to them. The Two of Pentacles. So trying to manage the money, like trying to make money, balance money. Like her money's all over the place, but money in different places. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put some of these cards down and see what I'm looking at. I'm going to do like several cards. Spread. Oh, uh-oh. Hey. Oh, well, that's not good. Is Inferno here? I got his favorite card. It's already popping up. Oh, my. All right, so. Right. Oh, she did? Well, you know what, Payday? I also did notice that Chantal's back to wearing the red lipstick and doing the thing with the finger like she did before. So that kind of feels like, his influence as well. All right. So next card down after the Two of Pentacles. What is it? We got the Hanged Man. So, Chantal. Where does this Hangman come into play? I feel like she's going to try for a while to kind of like have the cake and eat it too. Like she's not going to be completely ready to let go of Salah. Like there's still going to be a part of her that wants to hang on to him. So it's like money over here, money over there. Like to keep this guy around, I got to send him money, but also give money to another area where it doesn't need to go. You understand? Like I've said for a minute, I think she's been giving money to both. Like she's got two sugar babies, not just one. She's been sending money over to Natter and as well as giving it to Salah. Like she's been helping Natter out. I know that he got his channel back. How did he get his freaking channel back? So he's got his channel back now. You know, it's like, I think that she's like just supporting both men, perhaps in different ways. But she's going to try to do her best for a while to hang on to both, because Chantal is very possessive. You see, like, she doesn't just let men go. She likes to keep them in her back pocket like sticks of chewing gum. She's going to, like, you know, like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I let go? Do I hang on? Yeah. And as far as the, let's see. As far as the nine of wands, she's in protection mode. I feel like a sense of, like, she's very protective of herself. You know, like, just defensive. That's the word I'm looking for. Defensive. Like, she's in defensive mode. I'm feeling like these are my wands. I made them. I put them here. Don't tell me what to do. You know, like, she's feeling very, hello Angela. She's feeling very defensive right now. Like, these belong to me. She's being very defensive right now, and she's going to continue to be defensive, defending what's hers. Hello, goat. She doesn't like anybody telling what to do. So the High Priestess card, like, she's, again, like, this is tapping into herself. The High Priestess card is like reaching in oneself. You know, she's trying to really figure things out. Followed by that. Hello, Nirvana. So what is going on here with the High Priestess and the Lover's card? What is this? Because I know this is not Natter. I mean, I'm sorry, this is not Salah. What is going on here? Are you trying to make something happen again between you and Natter, Foodie? Is that what this is all about? Because Foodie is a person that she likes to always have two doors open. She doesn't believe in just closing one door and then as soon as she closes that door, another one's going to open eventually. She likes to have two doors open, and that way, if one door closes, she's got another one open. Ugh. We got major arcana here. We've got the Empress card. Girl, what? Then we have the Nine of Swords. So, like, this, Chantal, I don't know what you have planned. Like, if you're planning to go back to Canada and you think that by going back to Canada that you are going to just start things up with Natter, but it's just not going to work. You're pinning all your hopes on something, but it doesn't feel like it's going to happen. And why do I say that? Because the Death card. And the last card down is this one. Like, it feels like she's planning to go somewhere and do something, but the plans that she wants to lay down are not laid down correctly. Like, she's basing it all off of a hope, and it's going to end badly. So, like, her fighting herself, fighting everybody else, and she'll never stop loving Natter, and vice versa. You know what, Dot? I don't think she even loves Natter. I don't think she ever loved Salah. It's all about owning people, possessing people, getting them under her control. She doesn't know how to properly love. She doesn't know how to love herself. How can she love another person? properly. First, you got to know how to do it in order to give love. So, like, her version of love is one-sided and selfish. She just likes to think that she loves people, but she doesn't. It's all about possession, possessing people, controlling people. All right, so let's go on to the dependence of her love. All right, so where are my other cards here? No, that's not it. Sorry. Where's the Osho deck? There it is. So how about the Osho cards and see what they have to say? And for those of you enjoying the reading, if you'd like to sub up to my channel, I certainly will appreciate that. Hello, love roses. So I want to find out what Chantal's biggest obstacles are. Like, what are her obstacles? What are things she should be focusing on? And what any kind of extra messages that Spirit has to say to her? Things of note. Yeah, her addiction, that's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem. Herself, yep. She's in her own way, and she's known that for years. I had to slap. Yeah, I hear that. Kalari's Ninja Gremlin Troll. You got a long name. It's like the winning word in Scrabble. Yes, Foodie is very unique. All right. You know, there was one name in here that had me cracking up for 10 solid minutes. It was Chantal's unfinished sentences. I cannot. Chantal's unfinished sentences. I love the name too. All right. It wasn't unfinished. All right. So what are some of her... Ooh. Her issues. The first card that comes up is this. The schizophrenia card. Not saying she has schizophrenia. I'm not saying she suffers with this condition. But it's interesting that that card came up immediately for her. Let me look at this. I'm not going to focus on the word. I'm going to focus on the imagery. I'm focusing on the imagery. I'm being drawn to that. Like the dark space in between the two areas, I guess you call it land or shapes. There's like an abyss underneath the person. They're literally hanging off that cliff. Like she's got an abyss beneath her. And she's barely hanging on to where she doesn't fall in. So that's going to be an obstacle. Aloneness is an obstacle. Like her being alone. Like she's alone a lot. Then we've got her guilt. Like she's got all that chaos running around in her head. And she's got to clear that out. Thunderbolt. Like she just needs to ignite the fire in her belly, and not from eating Taco Bell. And she's really got to ignite the fire in her soul again. And she needs to go through a transformation. She's got to let go of all the crap. All of it. All of it. Oh. Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting. So, okay. Y'all take a look at this card called the Dream. It was upside down. This one came up upside down. So here's it is right side up. Upside down. So the Dream card, where this person thinking about a relationship, reversed, just using love incorrectly, using relationships incorrectly, just turning it into a negative thing versus it being a positive thing. Oof. Politics. Wow. You got the politics card. Foodie, this is so you. It is. It is so you. You got the different faces. Like the I'm happy but I'm not card, followed by the snake. And you're playing politics on YouTube, not regular politics, but playing the game. You got to stop playing the game. Take care of your life. And you're going to need a whole lot of guidance. Whole lot of it. You're not getting it, but you need it. You guys have got to turn inward and look at yourself. Face that mirror. And this one also came up reversed. This is the change card. This came up reversed. She's refusing change. And that's part of her problem. She's not letting the wheel turn. She keeps stopping it. And the last card is compromise. She's got to learn to compromise. Not everything can go her way. She's got to learn to meet people halfway and like compromise and listen to people and take their advice and just stop being so doggone stubborn. All right. So how about, oops, sorry. All right. So how about we do one on Mr. Salah? Y'all want to get into salad? Foodie, compromise? Yeah, exactly. Compromise, foodie? Those two things don't belong in the same sentence. That'll never happen. So we're going to get into Mr. Salad. What's going on with you, Salah? Her long game is playing. Nice, fluffy girl. You know, funny thing about Booger, when I got her, even as a baby, she liked to play fetch with me. Like I would just throw a ball and she put it up in her mouth and she'd bring it back like a dog would. So she liked to play fetch. She still does. She has a fondness for hair ties. So like I'll throw the hair tie and she'll go get it and bring it back to me. She loves to play fetch. And her favorite toy are hair ties. She likes to stretch them between her feet. She likes to stretch them out between her feet, and when they flick away, then she'll go get them. All right. right. So salad. What are your thoughts, salad? Well, better watch it, Salah. It feels like she's gonna pull something on you. Like she's doing some stuff behind your back, sir. Like she's got plans of her own. She was peeved about that burger. Oh yes, she was. She was mad about that burger. How dare you bring me just one hamburger and one thing of French fries? Don't you know about the backup meal? There was no backup meal. The only backup meal that day was you better back up. Before you start griping at me, woman, you better back up. This is all you're getting today. That was the only backup meal that day. That small burger. That burger was bigger than my head. I don't know what she was talking about. She was smug about the noodles. You know, I will never understand that. I don't get it. Like, she can sit there and eat all the food she wants. She eats to spite us, but we don't give a crap. We don't care anymore. We're desensitized to her and her food. But we're going to do Mr. Salad right here, right now. In her eyes, it was a small burger. That's because she's used to eating like 3 or 4 burgers at a time. She was getting back at Salah for the small meal. Hello, Sigma. She eats out of stress and depression and boredom and whatever. All right. So Salah. Hasn't been in her chat this week. That's because girl world, we're a bunch of meanie heads. Once that picture started getting around, notice he disappeared again. We're a bunch of meanie heads. We chased him off again. We're just making sure he don't come back. See how mean we are, girl world. This is worse than Sparta. This is girl world. We take no prisoners here. He wanted to step into the arena with all the gladiators. We're ready to fight. And we've been doing it longer than he has, so let him walk in the arena. We welcome him. We will welcome him. Right, stupid prizes. That's exactly it. I don't know, Bobby Patrick. I really do not know. By the way, about the whole heat of the moment comment that she made, like wanting to bring Kybella over to Kuwait. You know, I've had heat of the moment moments, but never in my 53 years when there was a heat of the moment did a guy ever ask me if I was fertile or inquire about how many followers I had on social media and how much money I was making. Never had that happen. So on top of the X-rated comments, He was asking about how fertile she was, if she could have kids, how much money she was making. Very unusual. Very, very unusual. You know, it's like you're going through a resume. I'm a naughty boy, but how much money are you making? And can you have kids? Or ask about loans, right? So in the middle of this hot moment, we're going to ask about loans and can you have a baby and how much money are you making and you're going to take care of me? Okay. Just found that weird. He thought Kybella had money. Yep, no one will ever respect her. You're right. He wanted to wife her up. Oh, he was looking for a replacement for Foodie, no doubt. He was looking for a replacement Foodie with a lot less headache. He just couldn't find one. All right, so we're going to get started with Mr. Salah. Like, what do we got, Salah? What are you talking about? What's going on? All right, so the first card down is the Page of Pentacles. Keeping an eye on the money. Yes, he is. What else we got? Let me put all the cards down so I can look at them real quick. Oh. Okay. All right. Hold on. Dang it. Man, my fingers just don't want to work today. Oh, this is an interesting reading already. So we got the Page of Pentacles. Next card over is the Page of Cups. He's talking to somebody with money, more than what he's got. Hi, Terry. Gas station sushi. So like it's the Page of Pentacles and you got the Page of Cups. So he's talking to somebody that has more money than what he's got, that's better with money. No. This is not Pete's. This is somebody he's close to. This is for Salah. Salah and Pete's are not buddy. I feel like Murad. This feels like Murad to me. He's talking to somebody. Like the conversations are being had. Like there's they're talking. They're talking and Lord. Well, it's about to get ugly, I think. It's about to get ugly. Yikes. So I'm just going to show y'all what I see. You've got the Three of Swords. And then you've got, followed by the Ace of Swords. Ugh. That feels bad. Oh boy. I feel like I'm hesitating. Yeah. Y'all see, like I'm holding back a little bit because I want to say this correctly. I feel like Foodie is a topic of discussion between Salah and somebody else. Like there is some conversations going on regarding business. that there's been some conversations. No, not parents. Because you get the Page of Pentacles, you get the Page of Cups. There's two men of the same age. One has more money than the other, but there's conversations being had. And the feeling is something's got to give. Like I feel like the conversation is this good for business? Is this profitable? How do we fix this? Like there's some stress right there. There is the Three of Swords. Like this conversations. There's talking. And the struggle is, how do we fix this situation in the best possible way? How do we do this? And I'm not saying there's any plans to cause physical harm to Chantal. It's just that business-wise, whatever the business deal was, whatever's going on revolving around money, things have reached a critical point. And so meetings are being had and conversations are happening. And it's like with the Ace of Swords, there's a feeling with Salah that he wants to come out on top. He's like, what do I have to do to remain victorious here? Like what do I got to do? But just whatever the victory is, it's not going to come easily. It's going to come with some difficulty. We have the Strength card. Like tapping into his strength to make that happen. Next card over is the Chariot card. He wants to go places. He wants to do things. Then we have this one. We got the Ten of Pentacles. So he, something to do with lots of money. Lots of money. But the money is followed up by conflict. Like there's, it's a fight. It's a fight. The back and forth, it's like, I've seen this before with him. It's like, oh, I want money, I want money, I want money. But the way, sir, that you're going about getting the money, that's where the fight comes in. That's where the fight comes in, because of the way you're going about it, the path that you've taken. It's like if you're going through Chantal, it's always going to be a fight. Like he wants, this is, Chantal has her Delulu land. This is Salah's. She's got her ultimate happy life. This is basically the picture of what he wants his to be. You know, like lots and lots of money with somebody that he cares about. He wants children. This is his dream life right here. That's what he wants. Problem is, what's blocking him is the Queen of Pentacles. Because she holds all the money. It's not in his pocket, it's in hers. Then there's this whole system right here with the Six of Pentacles. You know, like, he's got to dole out the money so slowly so she doesn't spend it all. But the last card down is the Five of Swords. It's always going to be a fight. Always. And if they're not fighting, he's got to deal with the aftermath of the fighting, like her temper tantrums and freaking attitude. Oh Lord. It's not going to be pretty. It's just not. You know, with Chantal, it's like trying to push a boulder uphill with roller skates on. You're not going to make much progress. You know, even if you manage to push that boulder like an inch, it's going to slide back 20 feet. So you're exerting all of that effort and all that energy, and you're not going to get anywhere. She will purposely push herself back because she doesn't want to change. So what are some messages for Salah? Well, it's true. Like it's with Chantal, it's like trying to push a shit snowball uphill with roller skates on. You ain't gonna get nowhere. Get off his butt and get a real job. You know, Pete's coming forward and talking about getting $15,000. If she wants to get out of Kuwait and go back home, that would be a way to set up housekeeping in Canada again, provided that Petza's still a bit of a pushover. She could convince him to use that money to get a place. They could get one together again, and she can get away from Salah if that's what she wants. Unless Pete decides that he doesn't want to do that, then that would foil her plans, but still. You know what, Wooly? I think he did that on purpose because he knows that it would get back to Chantal. I think that was deliberate. That was him just whistling Chantal back to him. Like he knows that she doesn't love him anymore, but she loves money and she needs money. So this is his way of getting her attention. You know what, Nirvana? I would say poor Pete's, but Chantal has stepped on him so many times and he has let her. You could feel sorry for somebody if they get stepped on once, maybe twice, but 3 times? No. No, you got to learn at some point. And she's ran up his credit card. She put him in debt. She cheated on him. I mean, at this point, he's a 3-time fool if he goes through with it. So I can't feel bad for him. I really can't. I cannot. That's his friend. Friends like that, who needs enemies? You know? Who needs that? Screw that. I'd rather be by myself than have a friend like that. All right. Salah. All right. What do we got? Ooh. Okay, so that's interesting. So the first card down for Salah, as far as his little extra message cards, conditioning. He needs to break out of the conditioning. I know that sounds kind of weird, conditioning, but I think that after being with Chantal for 2 years, like she's got him conditioned to certain things, and he needs to break out of that. He needs to remember what life was like before her and understand the lesson that's trying to be taught to him. Like if you want something in life, You got to work for it. Stop trying to use somebody else to get where you need to go. So break away from that conditioning. Do I really have to explain this card? You know, you know what? It's okay once in a while to be lazy. If you work hard, if you're exhausted, if you're burnt out, lazy can be good. But cultivating a life where you are professionally lazy and you want to stay that way and you want to use somebody else to do the work for you so you can just lay around and do what you want, it becomes a negative thing. So one of his obstacles is being lazy, and he wants to live that posh life without actually earning it. And he's also getting this card where he's got to cross that gap. He's got to cross it. You know, like they are both, it seems, at the same point where they're barely holding on to this thing. And one or both needs to let go. Somebody needs to do something. Something's got to give. Like Chantal is determined to hang on to Kuwait and squat in Kuwait. And if he's waiting for her to leave, she's not going to leave. He needs to understand that. She's not going to leave unless she's forced out. Like if he's waiting for her to wake up and say, I'm too miserable and I got to leave, he doesn't know this woman very well. Yeah, he's hold on a second. There goes my card. You know, doggone it. Sorrow is an obstacle here. He's miserable. He's so miserable. But again, he brought it on himself, so I can't feel bad for the boy. The Fool. Okay, you know what? This card was actually, the Fool card was actually upside down. So what that's telling me is, yeah, he started out being the fool and thinking this whole arrangement was fun and games until it wasn't fun anymore. And that's why the Fool reversed. Like, I think this is a time of Salah is waking up to Chantal. He's waking up to her manipulation, her games. He's not falling for anything anymore. I think that's part of the reason why Chantal is nasty these days on the internet. Like, she can't pull her crap and claim to be stupid. He's looking at her now and going, wait a minute. You're up to something. You know, he's seeing right through her, and she hates that. So he's no longer the fool, Chantal. He's not the fool that you think he is. And he's not putting up with your shit. And I love that for you. So he's also turning inward. He needs to turn inward. Like, they are both just done with each other. Participation. I feel like this has to do with social circles. He wants to be more involved in life. There's a feeling that he's been missing out on a lot. He feels like he's missing out. He's missing out on a lot. He's missing things in his life that used to be there before she showed up. So like he wants, like, I feel like this is how can I put this? Community. That's it. Like a sense of community. Like he misses that. He misses being part of things, doing things. Participation. Yeah, and that would wake up his creativity. Like Chantal being around, her need for attention, she isolated him just to have more control over him. And he's saying, that's enough. I'm tired of being miserable. I need to be around people. I need to do things, and you can do what you want, but I want to do what I want too. The compromise card. Neither one of them know how to compromise, though. Okay, so this is interesting. This is the completion card. And it came up also upside down. So he's feeling very incomplete. Like the pieces are not coming together like he hoped they would. The pieces are actually falling apart. Hence the reason why her level of control is less than what it would be. This is where, you know what, Chantal, this is where you fucked up. You see, because you wanted control over Salah from the very beginning. It was a business deal. But a business deal only makes sense if there's something being done, if there's money being made. And the less money you make, the less power you have over Salah. You forgot about that and you slacked all the way off, and the money keeps dropping. And as the money keeps dropping, you're losing power over him. And he's bucking up against you. You didn't do what you needed to do to keep control of him. You just were slipping. That's your fault. You thought the money could completely seduce him. It didn't. He's had more options than you. And now to hear about that Salah has to help her bathe, what do you guys think? Do you think he enjoys that? Do you really think he enjoys that? So not only this younger man has to bathe this older woman who's a complete pain in the ass, and he's got to wash her ass. You got to know he hates that. And if she's not lying, if she's telling the truth, if he does have to help her bathe, Salah, listen, this woman is this close to being bedbound. And if you hate bathing her now, imagine what she would be like bedbound, because you would have to bathe her. You would have to dress her. You would have to check for bed sores and roll her over so she doesn't get pressure point sores and all that. You got to check for rashes and fungal infections and all that crap. You would have to change her bedpan. You would have to help her dress. You would have to help her sit up. You bathing her is just a taste of what you're going to have to go through if she becomes bedbound, bro. Changing her diapers. So, like, even for like a normal trained RN, caring for a super morbidly obese person is a lot. And at Foodie's size, she's going to need at least 2 or 3 people to safely lift her up so they're not causing themselves an injury. So, like, I don't know what kind of life she's imagining for herself, but it's not going to be what she thinks it is. She doesn't wash her legs or feet. That's so gross. Foodie has said that she can't bathe anything below her waist because she can't reach it. I say bullshit. There's ways around everything. She doesn't. Ew. Sage. That is so. And she wonders why men won't touch her. She won't even bathe, bro. Like, how can you expect a man to just lay in bed next to you when you stink? Nobody wants to be near the stink. You know, nobody is inspired for romance when you're stinking like that. Ugh. All right, so we're going to do a reading on Salah and Chantal. I've done individual readings for the both of them. Now let's put the two power couple people together. What is it? All right. Y'all still with me? Everybody got quiet. Wake up, girl world. You can't go to sleep yet. Hey, Dan Beck. How are you? Crocheting a blanket. Nice. Getting ready for winter, are we? Hello, Tracy. You're here. Hey, Debbie's World. I didn't mean to poke at y'all like that. I was just like, is everybody here? Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The show is about to begin. Those of you that know the doors, then you've heard that before. I'm poking you back. Winter is coming. Yep. All right. So we're doing the power couple. I wonder if I'll see my favorite card. I'm not wishing anything on the cards. I'm just going to let it happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I wonder if I'll see it. Hello, Tater Tot. Pass the popcorn and shuffle over so I can get a front row seat. Oh, there's plenty of front row seats. Plenty. You've all got front row seats. There's even seatbelt extenders if you need them. Don't tell Chantal, though. She might take them. That death card. She pays someone to clean the house and bathe her. Salah won't touch her. You know, you could be right about that. She could pay someone to bathe her because she just cannot. You saw the doors moving on the night of your senior prom. You know what, Nira? I don't think he's bathing her either. I think maybe somebody else is, and she's just using his name. She doesn't want to admit that maybe somebody else is doing it. Because I would imagine bathing her would be exhausting. There's a lot to do. You know? It's not going to be like a 5-minute job. All right. Oh, the cards are all messed up now. Doggone it. All right. So we're going to do one on the power couple. I want to know if she's cleaning so much. Why is everything in such a trash heap? A, I don't think she's cleaning. B, she probably does constant mukbangs and just throws the trash on the floor. That's what she did at the villa. She talks with Shani and Rev. Ugh, those two. They're trash as well. She took up for Shani. Of course she did. Of course she did. Because, you know, locals stick together and stuff. That's just what they do. All right. We getting started. All right. First card down is the Fool. Of course it's the Fool. Of course it is. Of course it's the Fool. I mean, if there was ever a card that described the whole situation perfectly, it's this card right here. Yeah, this is for both of them. Because you've got the Fool. You know, they got the flower in hand and, oh, life is great. Everything is great. But look where the Fool is. The Fool is not watching where they're going and they're about ready to walk off a cliff. That's what a perfect analogy for the whole situation. Like looking everywhere except for where you should be looking. On the edge of a catastrophe. There's a Fool. Oh, there's that Queen of Pentacles again. With the freaking money. Chantal with her freaking money. All right. Oh, God. Then you got the Two of Wands popping up again. So it seems like both of them, like they're both, like, where are we going? What are we doing? Like they're both in like, I've got a song in my head right now. It's an old song by Journey. Separate Ways. Like Separate Ways by Journey. Like they both want to go their separate ways. And they're both figuring out how to do their own thing. Like I feel like all of this is just coming to a close. And again, like there's a Two of Swords of this is not going to be a situation of peaceful parting. It's going to get ugly. It is going to get ugly. Yep. We'll put all the cards down. Hold on. Lord. Oh, is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? I guess it is. All right. I guess we're going to do it. I guess we're going to do it. So some of the same cards have popped up for the both of them. The Two of Pentacles. Like talks over money and fight over money. Division of money. The money's being divided. Then we've got the Queen of Wands. She keeps popping up. Who is this person? Who is it? Who is the Queen of Wands? I feel like this is somebody around Salah. Like I said, the Queen of Wands, she keeps popping up. Someone who's very level-headed. Somebody stable. Like she's been in the background. Very much in the background. Like she's very much a rock. Then you got the Nine of Pentacles. Like I'm telling you guys, like this whole thing, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get real ugly. Oof. It's I don't know what's about to happen, but something's about to happen. Something's about okay, you get the Knight of Swords. So you've got a big time ugly swords card right here. Look, somebody's crying, somebody's having some bad thoughts. And followed by the Knight of Swords going into battle. Uh-oh. Okay. And wait a minute, we're not done. And this is the next card over. So whatever it is, there's something there's going to be a loss. Not everything. There's something behind, but there's a loss in front. So it's a matter of just like letting go of something, just letting it go. I keep hearing in my mind the words, well, that's that. That was the thought. Well, that's that. Like it's over. Well, that's that. Move on. Like, cut to the dark. That's that. Let's get out of here. Let's cut out the lights. The last card down is the Three of Wands. So after the ending, then it's a matter of, well, what do I do now? I feel like this is pretty soon we're going to see the closing of a chapter. Like, I think it's already being worked on right now. Like, if you write a story, you have to end the story. You've got to close the chapter out in order to start a new one. So it's like it's being worked out. But the funny thing is, the earlier reading I did, I kept feeling like there are some parts of this story that not even Salah is aware of. Details that she's like, shh. Things he don't know. And she's hiding from him. She's like, you don't have to know this. I can keep this to myself. You've got your life. I've got my life. We're just going to pretend like you don't know anything. So I feel like we're witnessing the ending of something, y'all. Like this whole thing is drawing to a close. And I'll tell you, here's another thing that makes me think that. Tomorrow is YouTube payday for those of us that have monetized channels, right? So normally right before Chantal gets paid, Salah would be nice to her because he's got to get paid. Notice that he absolutely, positively has no fucks to give. He's being a complete, total jerk to her. Like, fuck you and fuck your money. You pissed me off. I don't care anymore. Goodbye. That's the attitude. Like, he don't even care about the money anymore. It's like, get away from me, woman. Like, he's not even trying to cover up his anger. He's just letting some of that out. He's just letting it out. So he's just done with the whole situation. Like she's not done. She still thinks there's some kind of way that she can come up with to keep him around. She's not getting through her head. He don't want to be around. He wants her to go and stay away. I mean, didn't Allah say, stay away for 30 days, he'll be fine. Just stay away for a month, he'll be perfectly fine. She won't test that theory. She won't. I would love a fight live. Hello, Tron. You mean like between the two of them? Oh, that would be great. I really would. You know what I would love, Tron? Here's what I would love. I think it would make a great live. If Salah took her phone and walked off with it, started spilling all the tea. Let me borrow your phone for a minute, Chantal. Takes the phone, run down the hallway, gets into the elevator, takes off with the phone while she's live, starts spilling all the tea. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Now, what's she going to do? Chase him? Right. Can I see your phone? Or wait till she goes to the bathroom and take the phone then. That would be great. He could run down the stairs. What's she going to do? Follow him? Take the stairs. Get in the Temu mobile. Keep the phone on. And keep streaming. That would be amazing. That would be amazing content. All right. So we're going to do some cards for the both of them. Like what's going on between the two of them. Like what are some extra messages here. Drive around in circles in the parking lot. Just drive next door to the beach. She won't follow. She can't do nothing. You know? Get some exercise. Yeah, why not? Let her have it. Let him have a fight on live. He'll take the phone. This will teach you to get me up at midnight to go get your donuts, bitch. You're going to bother me for 3 hours over freaking oversized donuts? This will teach you to leave me the fuck alone. I'm going to take your phone and tell everybody everything. What's that? She's going to do some Jane Fonda tomorrow to get her fit for the travel next week. Is that what she said? You know, Jane Fonda back in the day was the shit. I remember those tapes. There's no way, though, that you can work out and burn 10,000 calories in a day. There's just no way. No way. If she could even walk across the living room, how's she going to do Jane Fonda? I could do Jane Fonda. She couldn't do Jane Fonda. Yeah, if you guys want to like the stream, I sure would appreciate it. And if you want to sub up to the channel, hey, feel free. If you give the thumbs up, though, more people can find the stream. But do what you want to do. You know, I hate like feeling like a politician. Thumbs up, y'all. Everybody vote for me. I feel like a politician, like I should be standing on a podium. Vote for me. All right. Where's some cards for the gruesome twosome? Yeah, the laziness on both sides. They're both guilty of being lazy. The laziness of it all. That is an obstacle. Like their own laziness gets in their own way. Neither one are willing to work. What else? What else? Let's see. This is also a problem. Not only is laziness a problem, but believe it or not, abundance is the problem. Abundance can be a good thing if you use it in the right way for the right reason. But abundance can also be a negative thing if you take it for granted and if you misuse it. So having too much of a good thing can actually be a negative thing. And the two of them, they have an abundance and they're not grateful for it. There's no sense of gratitude. There's no sense of, I am grateful for what I have. So the abundance inspires the laziness, inspires them not wanting to work for what they want. Ooh, I haven't seen this one in a while. Isolation. So you've got like an interesting lineup here. You've got laziness, you've got abundance, and you've got isolation. So it's like, yeah, we have an easy lifestyle, but that easy lifestyle has led to both being completely isolated and alone. It's so off the pale that it's out of the fringe of society that it's led to a lot of isolation on both sides. Oh God, Pete said he's looking for a 2-bedroom place. Of course he is. Of course he is. Like I said, I don't feel bad for Pete. If he takes her back, if he gets a place for them both, he's a 3-time fool. And no pity for me. She keeps putting him in debt. She keeps making him miserable, and he won't stay away from her. All right, so next card over is transformation. Like they both need to transform and break out of that isolation. Ooh, and get morality is an issue. They're running around without any kind of morals, without that solid ground of morals. Living a life without morals can be a problem. Again, participation. They're both isolated. They need to participate. They need to be part of society, not on the outside edge of it. Getting back into the social circles. And you've got that inner voice. They need to listen to their inner voices. And they both know what they're doing to each other and how they're living is wrong, but they're not listening. They shut that inner voice down. More guilt. They both have guilt. They have it. And reaching for a sense of harmony. There's a lot of chaos there. There's no harmony. They're not harmonious with each other. They're not harmonious with life. Like the way they live is completely out of tune. Oh, interesting. So the dream card came up this time, only right side up. So they both have a dream of being with the right person, but the right person is not each other. The right person is not each other. It's with other people. But they've got to get away from each other to find those other people. And once they realize that, then the thunderbolt's going to come and just set it all on fire. So that's it for the Osho cards. Shall I do one on Pete's? Like one last reading on Mr. Pete's? I don't know, Tron, but it kind of feels I feel like I kind of feel like, as far as the whole Pete situation, it wasn't something that she worked for. It wasn't something that she planned. It was just one of those windfall type of things that dropped in her lap, and she's going to take advantage. You understand? It's like, oh, this is happening. Oh, okay. Okay. Like, she's been miserable for a long time and looking for a way out. So it's one of those things of like, it just dropped in her lap. Last time she went home and said she was getting a place with Pete, he gave her money for a down payment and she blew it. And he wants to spend all of his inheritance on a place for the two of them. What are you going to do? This is how I think it's going to go down, y'all. If she goes the route that I think she will with Pete's, she will go back home to Canada. She won't tell Salah that she's going home to Canada to live. She's going to kind of keep that under her hat. She's going to give him the impression, oh yeah, I'm coming back, but going back home to Canada, and set up housekeeping. And Salah is going to figure it out the hard way. He wants to go to Scotland. Well, I think that'd be a great idea for Pete, but the big question is he going to go? He's kind of an introvert kind of guy. He doesn't really like to be around people, so will he go? I mean, I support him going. If he wants to go, it's his money. He went when he was young. Okay, awesome. I think it'd be great for him to go someplace new and have adventures, but a sliding door moment. Either he's going to go and do his own thing, or Foodie's going to get in his ear and take his money. I hope that he doesn't fall for it. I think so too, Tallyhoo. I think so too. She moves to Natters. Well, that was my way of thinking, Tron, that if she came back to Canada, moving with Pete and continue to see Natter, she would do that because she needs a male companion. So use Pete for the house like she used to, and then go see Natter. That's who she wants to be around anyway. She's been saying yo a lot lately. Well, also, Fluffy, the thing with the lipstick, like putting her finger in her mouth with the lipstick, she used to do that with Natter as well. Yep. That's an old habit from back in the day. And talking a lot about Natter. He hurt me so bad. He abused me, and yet you're going to talk about him on live stream when you don't have to. I know, seafood pie. I know. I get it. I know. Her signs to Natter. All right, so we're going to do like one last reading on Mr. Pete. Like, what's going on with him? Come on, Pete. She did lie and do videos with Natter for money. Well, it might happen again. You just never know. I think both Natter and Chantal are into some freaky stuff. Like, they both have got kinks. Not that there's anything wrong with having a kink. I'm just saying. I think there's a reason why Pete's nor BB ever worked out, because they're not kinky, and she's looking for the kinky. She still sends down her money. I believe it. I'm sorry, Buckle Bunny. I am so sorry. Look, I know you don't have to put the visual in your head. I'm just letting you know. I think her and Natter both have their interests. Let's put it that way, interests. And they could indulge certain things with each other. And that's why she got so wrapped around him, because maybe she could do things with Natter that she couldn't do with Pete or BB. What? I'm being nice. I'm being nice. I'm not being overly gross. All right. She was so butthurt when he lost his channel. She probably made sure to get him to get his channel back just so she can look at him on the down low, so Salah doesn't know. Like, she needs to watch him. She's obsessed with him. So she made sure to get his channel back for him. She did bought that sexy Dot. Go to the corner. Did you have to bring that up? Rude. Jeez. The booty wipes. Yeah, but she can't reach her booty, so how's that going to work? You can put it on a stick. Okay, I'm setting myself to the corner for that one. She's been with Pete's too, holding on him in case she needs him. Well, that's why she doesn't let go of her men. Just in case she needs them, they're in her back pocket. Big ass stick. Back scratcher. Eesh. I want to know how she doesn't get soaked using the hose and Kuwait. You know, at this point, just run Foodie through like a self-service car wash. Just put it through the car wash. I mean, that would be the most convenient for everybody. Just run it through the car wash. Load her up on the little thing and just run her through the car wash. She'll get washed and polished and waxed. Hello, Claudia. Yep, that one, Thunder Rain. All right, we're doing one last one on Pete's. I'm just making sure that the cards are all properly shuffled up. I don't want to see the same cards again. Go to the local oasis. All right. One last reading for Mr. Pete's, because I really want to know about him. Like, what's going on with Pete's? What is in his head? Where are you going, sir? You want to talk to us? You want to tell us what's going on? We'll find out. We will find out. Okay, confirmed. Confirmed. Uh-huh. Pretty much confirmed. All it took was one card. All it took was one damn card. One. Oh, shit. Hold up. Wait. So this is the first card. We have the 6 of Cups. And guess what follows it? Damn. Damn. And I oop. Yeah, okay. What else we got here? Da-da-da. So what are the other cards? Like, we listen, the first 2 cards are very, very telling. You got the 6 of Cups. Like, what's going on here? Like, he's throwing out that money amount to get her attention. And he got it. But guess what? That's going to be disastrous. That's going to be real disastrous. All right. Followed by the Ace of Wands. And let's see, the page of Ace of Wands, Page of Swords. The 5 of Pentacles. So, oh God, Pete, you're so fucking stupid, bro. You give her access to your money, she's gonna blow right through it. You won't have anything. You're so stupid. Ugh. He's willing to spend every dime on Chantal. All of it. All of it. He's like, to do so, fucking hell. He's willing to spend every dime and she'll take it all. And then guess what? Guess where her money's going to go? This is not Pete's. Like, her money's going to go all over the place. And he's not going to be fucking happy about it. He's going to have that I fucked up moment again. Yep. You're going to have that I fucked up and I'm stupid moment. Because Natter will walk back. If she comes back, Natter's going to walk back into her life and fucking just, Peach, you're stupid, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, like, him offering Chantal money is like going up to another person who's and offering flowers. You know, like, that's her version of flowers and chocolate money. Oh my God, Peach, don't do it, bro. I don't like you, but don't be stupid a third time. Ugh. Look, I used to feel sympathetic towards Pete's, but after the way he treated BBJ, he can go kick rocks in Minecraft. You hear me? The way he made his own cat Timbit live in his bedroom, he can fuck all the way off. That poor cat lived in filth. She lived in pain. He did not care. The way he treated BBJ, grabbing onto her face and saying no mercy, he can fuck all the way off. Letting the cats go days without any food before he opened his mouth. Yeah, fuck off, Pete. But let's finish this out. Let me do the oracle cards. And hating on BBJ just because of her name, even though her name was not her fault. Chantal changed the cat's name from Casey to BBJ after BB, the guy that she cheated on Pete's with. And Pete's always harbored resentment over that. But he never went to Chantal and said anything. He just kept it inside and took out his frustrations on little BBJ and treated her like absolute shit. So, fuck off, Pete's. So, maybe you deserve to have all of your money taken. You're an adult man. You got to figure it out, bro. At this point, after Chantal doing what she's done to you multiple times, can you expect sympathy if she does it again, if you let her do it again? I mean, you know what's up with her. You know what she does. You know what it is. It kind of reminds me of that old story, the scorpion and the frog. So you had a scorpion that wanted to get across the river. Scorpion saw a frog. Frog said to the scorpion, "I'll take you across." Scorpion said, "Sure." So the scorpion hops on the frog's back. They get across the other side. Scorpion stings the frog. Frog's sitting there dying. The frog looked at the scorpion and said, "What'd you go and do that for? I brought you across the river." The scorpion said, "You knew what I was before you took me over the other side. I'm just doing what I do." So if you see someone or something that's a snake or a scorpion, don't expect it to do any other thing than what it's designed to do. Like a snake is a snake. And it's going to bite you. And if it's bitten you a few times already, then you should know to leave that shit alone. Don't touch it. Don't cry if it bites you. All right, so like one last oracle thing for Mr. Pete's. What are his obstacles? What are his obstacles? Let's see. Oh, God. Okay, all right, okay. Interesting. So the card down for Pete's is the burden. Appropriate. Burden. So the card is a person carrying another person on their back, plus you got the rooster. So like just taking on a burden that you don't have to take on. You know, like making somebody else's problems your problem. That's good. That's going to be an issue. You know, like inviting more problems that don't need to be there. then change is another thing he's going to have to deal with. He's got to change. He's got to change. He cannot stay the same. He wants growth, awareness, creating a sense of awareness of oneself, one's environment, other people. You've got to see people for what they are. You've got to break through that veil. See, like you got the person looking to the veil, seeing on the other side, seeing people's true faces. You've got to create that awareness. And the next thing is ripeness. You know, you got to let things come to fruition. You can't just be jumping the gun. Oh, snap. So the next one is clinging to the past. He's clinging to the past. You know, with a sense of nostalgia, clinging to the past. You know, looking to recreate something that cannot be recreated. Like a sense of longing for the way things were, longing for whatever was in the past. He's trying to bring it back around again. And it will never be the same as it was. Never. So clinging to the past rather than letting it go. And he's got to do some turning inward and just making peace with the past versus falling in love with it. Abundance. He's got abundance in his life right now. So what's following abundance? Totality. So you've got abundance and you're trying to use that abundance to achieve totality. I keep feeling like, mini me, you complete me. I keep hearing that. Like he feels incomplete right now and he's looking for something to complete him. So he's reaching back into the past thinking that will make him happy. It won't. Well, he needs some intensity in his life. He's bored. He's looking for that intensity. That's not the way to get it. Laziness is also an issue. Ooh, and the last card is past lives. Again, this is about a sense of living backwards versus forwards. You know, you're living in the past. You're not living in the present, Pete's. You're basically trying to take the sands that have fallen through the hourglass and push them back up to the top and rewind time, and you just can't do it. You know, the thing with past lives, past relationships, if somebody is an ex, there's a reason why they're an ex. And an X is not an O. An O is a circle. An X is not a circle. An X is a circle broken in half and pointing in different directions. So, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason why that circle broke in the first place. So, focusing on past lives and trying to turn that into the present is not going to work, sir. You're living backwards. You can't do that. These are the days of our lives. I remember that. I get it. I get it. All right, guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the readings. If you have, please give a thumbs up. You guys enjoy the readings tonight? Did everybody enjoy themselves? What animal sound? Well, there are there are foxes outside. They sometimes make noise when they find something to kill. Or owls, depending on, I don't know what sounds you heard. I have noisy screech owls outside. I've got foxes outside. I have no idea. It's wild. It's wild kingdom out here. It's like the wild kingdom out here. All right, guys, I got to go. But I thank you guys for showing up so late. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm sure Chantal's going to be up to her nonsense. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Night, night.